Yo, what's going on, man? You know what it is, man. Free game all day. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. It's another day, man. You gotta stay on your purpose. Gotta stay on your grind. Gotta keep it going. Can't stop. So let's go and dive into this. I think a lot of times when you're not dealing with a narc, this is for my narc abusers. So, hey, shout out to the empath group. If y'all watching this, I think that if you're not dealing with a narc, I don't think it's healthy. And I have a friend that like she thinks everybody's a narc. Like that's what she thinks. Like everybody she meets, she's like, man, they're a narc. You know, and it's so funny because you know, it's kind of self-sabotaging when you think that about everybody you meet. You know what I'm saying? You don't give them a chance. But in reality, it's actually not a bad way of thinking because it's protecting you, but it's just who you saying that about. But you can't actually forget what you went through, and you can't forget the people that you do encounter because, you know, everybody has some of that in them. And you just have to be able to kind of peep out, you know, if they're like that or not. Because some people have it heavy and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for males too. You know, you have to like really kind of be able to see who and which people are like that. You know, because when you put it aside and you forget about it, you know, it's like you just erasing everything that transpired in your life before, and you know you're not, and you let your guard down, and you're not being aware of who's doing what. You know, you got to remember, like you always gonna get a representative. That's always what it's gonna be from the beginning. You're gonna get somebody who pretends to be nice, pretends to be, you know, just this wonderful person, and that, you know, everybody they've always done them wrong in the past or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and you know they just want to be loved and they just want to be cared about. But like I said, everybody has a drip of narcissistic behavior in them. Some are just more worse than others, but time will always tell if they are really like that or not. And you know, you just can't forget. You know, you just can't just put it to the side like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the characteristics, the traits that led you up to this point in life, for the ones who have experienced that type of behavior, you know, don't forget that. You know, don't forget about, you know, the discord, you know, the love bomb, you know, when it start getting to the stages of, you know, flying monkeys and, you know, people trying to create, you know, a scenario, you know, to put you in a bad light. You know, all of those stages, all of those characteristics, like you can't forget that. And if you're dealing with a person long enough, they'll show you. You know what I mean? They definitely will show you. You got to remember, like, the first signs of a person being a narc is them viewing you as new supply. So, you know, when they're viewing you as new supply, then that's because of what you're able to do. And, you know, as long as you're doing those things, you know, they're going to try to come at you and love you hard. But you just have to be able to listen and identify, you know, when you come across these people. Because when you when you in it too late, then it's kind of hard pulling back. And then you asking yourself, like, damn, like I got myself in this situation all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you thinking that you might have, like, met somebody who was authentic or real. But it's just certain things that they can say to kind of, like, tip you off and make you, realize, shit, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, I was explaining to someone the other day that, the purpose of my channel is always about people protecting themselves. So it's never about me. It's never about the views. It's never about none of that. I only have 555 subscribers. But if, me telling you guys, something that, some people might already know, or some people, they can take heed to it. That's, you can just put a thought, at the end of the day, like, to make you think about it, to make you react on it. Like, what, damn, I done heard this before. I remember that. That's it. Like, for me, I listen to some guys or certain people, and they say certain things, and it kind of reassure me, like, oh, so I ain't tripping. So this does make sense. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. You know what I mean? I don't portray to be anybody who, like a life coach or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy who, at the end of the day, have thoughts and don't mind sharing my thoughts on whatever platform I can, because, this is just an outlet for me. But, that narcissistic abuse is something that's very real, and it is definitely life-changing. It definitely changed a lot of my life. I think a lot of people have experienced it, but they just don't know how to handle it correctly. And they don't know how to, fully, attack the situation. They just probably throw it in the back of their mind, or they, just don't really have no real knowledge of trying to overcome it. Because they didn't identify it right. But I can tell you today, if this is something that you have experienced, it's definitely a life-changing, event in your life, because, like, those people, it makes you think that, and it's not about people being so evil and dirty and low down. It's just that people just play so many games, and in the mentality of these type of people, just really, it's unbelievable that they're like that. Like, they don't have a good heart. The way they think, the way they feel is very self-centered, and they don't care what kind of trail they leave behind themselves, as long as they get in their way. Like I say, everybody has a little bit in them. It just, whatever level is on, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I said before, you can't forget it. You can't forget it. You can't act like it didn't happen. You have to stay on your 10 toes down, like, to understand it and identify, when somebody come across it. A lot of people, they always gonna portray to be this nice, innocent person. But you gotta remember, man, it all boils down about what you're able to do. What you're able to do, for them, and they're gonna put you to the test, and they're gonna try to keep you in a certain space if they can. Remember, it's all manipulation. It's all mind control. It's all of that. And if they can, have you in a space to where they see that you're willing to do anything, then, that's when they're gonna go in. That's what it's all about. So, if you're at a good place in life and you have a lot going for yourself, just be careful to the people who you open up to, because you never know, so who's praying, who's looking for a person just like you to enter their lives, and they can, do whatever they can to use you for that moment. Because whatever it is all momentarily. It's all for the moment. It's very rare. It's long term. These very self-centered people. So it is what it is. But anyway, y'all be easy, man. Hope y'all have a good day. Free game.